Welcome, everyone. I'm really glad to have you here today, whether you're preparing for the CRISC exam, brushing up on cybersecurity concepts, or just curious about how encryption keeps our digital world secure. You're in the right place. In today's session, we're diving into a very important topic: public key infrastructure and encryption. This falls under Domain 4 of the CRISC framework, which focuses on information security, a core area for risk professionals and IT security practitioners alike. Now, I know encryption and PKI can sound a bit technical or abstract at first, but don't worry, I'm going to break it all down in a simple, clear, and practical way. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand how PKI works, but also why it's absolutely essential for securing communications and verifying trust in a digital environment. So stick around, because up next, we'll walk through the exact topics we're going to cover in this video. This will give you a roadmap and help you stay focused as we move through each section. Let's get started. Here's what we're going to explore in today's video. This is your roadmap, so you know exactly what to expect and why it matters. 1. Introduction to PKI. We'll start with the basics. What is public key infrastructure? And why is it the backbone of secure digital communication? 2. Cross-certification agreements. Next, we look at how different PKI systems can trust each other and work together securely. 3. Certificate management. Then, we'll explore how digital certificates are created, distributed, renewed, and revoked, all crucial for maintaining trust. 4. Disadvantages of encryption. Yes, encryption is powerful, but it's not perfect. We'll uncover some of the key limitations and risks you need to be aware of. 5. Core concepts of cryptography. Finally, we'll zoom out a bit to understand the foundational cryptographic principles that support everything we've discussed. By the end of this video, you have a strong grasp of these essential topics, not just for exams like CRISC, but for real-world cybersecurity and risk management. Let's jump right in. Let's kick things off with Introduction to PKI. So, what exactly is PKI, or public key infrastructure? Think of it as the digital trust system that powers secure communication across the internet. It's the behind-the-scenes framework that uses digital certificates and cryptographic keys to make sure that when you're sending or receiving data, it's actually coming from and going to the right person. At the heart of PKI is something called the Certificate Authority, or CA. This is the trusted body responsible for issuing and verifying digital certificates. Now, at the very top of this trust chain is the root CA, kind of like the master key holder in the system. It manages and signs all other certificates within that infrastructure, making sure everyone involved is legitimate and secure. In short, PKI is what ensures that your data stays private, authentic, and tamper-proof, accessible only to the right parties. Without it, secure emails, online banking, e-commerce, and even basic web browsing wouldn't be possible in today's world. Next up, cross-certification agreements. Now that we know how PKI works within a single system, let's talk about what happens when two different PKI systems need to trust each other. This is where cross-certification agreements come into play. Imagine two organizations, each with their own PKI setup. On their own, they're secure. But what if users from one organization need to verify certificates issued by the other? That's not possible unless there's mutual trust between their certificate authorities. A cross-certification agreement is the formal policy that makes this trust possible. It allows different CAs to validate each other's certificates, creating a bridge of trust between separate PKI environments. This is especially important in large enterprises, government systems, or partnerships where secure, verified communication needs to flow across organizational boundaries. So in simple terms, cross-certification is what makes interoperability in PKI possible without compromising security. Now let's talk about certificate management. Digital certificates don't last forever. They come with expiration dates, just like passports. That's why managing them properly is absolutely critical in any PKI system. Certificate management refers to the set of processes and tools that ensure certificates are 1. Issued correctly. 2. Renewed on time. 3. Revoked when compromised. 4. And kept track of throughout their life cycle. Here's the big risk. If a certificate expires and no one catches it in time, users can lose access to encrypted data, secure websites, or even internal systems. In a business or critical system, that can mean downtime, lost communication, and even a security breach. To prevent this, organizations need solid mechanisms in place to monitor and automatically renew certificates before they expire. It might seem like a small detail, but good certificate management is what keeps the digital world running smoothly behind the scenes. Now let's address the other side of the coin, the disadvantages of encryption. Yes, encryption is powerful and essential for security. But like any tool, it comes with its own set of challenges that you need to be aware of. 1. Processing demands. Stronger encryption means longer keys and more complex algorithms, and that requires more computing power. This can slow down systems, especially in environments with limited resources. 2. Increased network traffic. When certificates are constantly being verified, especially in systems where lots of small messages are exchanged between different endpoints, you'll notice a bump in network traffic. This can impact performance and latency. 3. Policy dependence. Here's something people often overlook. Encryption isn't just technical. Its effectiveness depends heavily on having the right organizational policies in place for key management, user access, and system monitoring. Without strong governance, encryption alone can't protect your data. 4. Data availability risks. And finally, if encryption keys are lost or corrupted, the data they protect can become completely unrecoverable. No backdoor, no workaround, it's gone. That's why secure key storage and backups are absolutely essential. So, while encryption is a cornerstone of cybersecurity, it's important to understand these limitations and plan accordingly. Now let's wrap it up with core concepts of cryptography. Cryptography is the science behind secure communication, and to truly understand encryption, you need to grasp a few key building blocks. Let's break them down. 1. Symmetric encryption. This method uses the same key to encrypt and decrypt data. It's fast and great for encrypting large volumes of data. But there's a catch: securely sharing that one secret key between sender and receiver is difficult and risky. 2. Asymmetric encryption. Also known as public key cryptography, this uses two different keys, one public, one private. It's more secure for key exchange but slower than symmetric encryption, so it's not ideal for large data sets. 3. Combining encryption. So, what do? We combine the best of both worlds. Asymmetric encryption is used to securely send a symmetric key, and then that symmetric key is used to encrypt the actual message. Fast and secure, win-win. 4. Hashing and digital signatures. Hashing ensures that the message hasn't been altered. It's all about integrity. Digital signatures go a step further. They prove who sent the message and confirm it hasn't been tampered with. This provides non-repudiation, meaning the sender can't deny sending it. 5. Certificates. Lastly, we use digital certificates to prove that a public key really belongs to a specific person or organization. The trustworthiness of the certificate depends on who issued it, usually a trusted certificate authority, CA. These concepts form the backbone of modern cybersecurity, and understanding them is crucial for anyone working in IT, risk, or security. And that's a wrap. We've just covered some of the most critical concepts around public key infrastructure, encryption, and cryptography, all part of CRISC Domain 4. I hope this video helped simplify these technical topics and gave you more confidence as you prepare for your exam or strengthen your cybersecurity knowledge. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It really helps support the content and keeps this learning community growing. Got questions or thoughts? Drop them in the comments section below. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, stay tuned, take care, and goodbye for now.